Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this April the 28th, 2025. I hope everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody can stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Alrighty, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system here across the central U.S., bringing some severe weather. We'll be talking about that. We got a cold front out in the central tropical Atlantic, stretching from up here in northern tropical Atlantic all the way down into portions of the Leeward and Windward Island, also a little bit down and towards the Central America region. Also scattered activity across South America, more activity stretching from a line all the way from just east of Hawaii all the way to the South American coast. Also got another system here that I was talking about last night that would make a run for the northwestern U.S., and it has, because you can see it's starting to funnel in precipitation across Washington and Oregon State, also in the portion of Idaho and Montana. And here's another little system here in the portion of Utah, back all the way into portions of Minnesota, also in the portion of the Great Lakes region up here in South Canada. Here's the activity across Texas, all the way up into, like I said, up into the Great Lakes region. A little clipper system here off the southeast coast, bringing some precipitation to Florida as well. Alright, otherwise, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got some thunderstorms and showers from portion of New Brunswick to Maine to Vermont to Pennsylvania to West Virginia to Tennessee to Georgia to Florida to the Florida Keys. And also back into Arkansas to Texas to Kansas to portion of Nebraska, Iowa, also the portion of Indiana, Ohio, Michigan region up here around the Lake Huron region, Lake Superior. Get some mixed precipitation stretching back into northern Michigan and Wisconsin. We got severe weather stretching from Texas all the way through Kentucky, all the way to New York State, including a portion of Michigan region as well. Some flash flooding, heavy rain for portion of central Texas, all the way into portion of Missouri, southern portion of Illinois, and also western portions of Kentucky. Alright, we got some shower activity across New Mexico to Arizona to Nevada, Oregon, Washington State, Montana, portion of Idaho. Even got some mixed precipitation there as well in portions of New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Montana, and a little bit in portions of Washington State. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, here's a look at your Wednesday forecast. You can see we got thunderstorms and showers from up here around the Lake Huron region, portion of Michigan to Wisconsin to Iowa to Kansas to portions of Texas, also up to Nebraska through the Dakotas, portion of Montana, Wyoming, Minnesota region, also stretching down into Texas, Louisiana to portion of Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, up toward D.C., Delaware, also in the portion of Ohio and Pennsylvania and West Virginia regions as well. A little bit of severe weather reports of Texas up in the Oklahoma and Arkansas region. Flash flooding in that same vicinity from Texas into Missouri and Arkansas and Oklahoma region as well. A little bit in southeast Kansas. Even got some mixed precipitation reports in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, a little bit in the mountains of California, Nevada, Utah, and Colorado regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map of your location across the nation. Should be coming up here in a minute. Alright, you can see we got some special weather statements up here around the Boston area, that Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut region, a little bit southern New York State. Coastal flood advisory along the South Carolina coast. We got tornado watches from Texas into portion of Oklahoma, then again from portion of Kansas through northwest Missouri, central portion of Iowa, southeastern and eastern areas of Minnesota, and northwestern areas of Wisconsin. You got some red flag warnings over Michigan, tornado warnings in effect for portions of southeast Minnesota. We've got some severe thunderstorm warnings in portions in that area as well, and also stretching into the portion of Kansas, portion of Oklahoma and Texas region as well. Got some special weather statements in Texas also. Red flag warning is also in effect for portions of Nebraska, Kansas, also in the portions of Colorado and also New Mexico regions as well. Special weather statements over portions of Illinois, and I think we got some blowing dust advisory. Yep, we got a blowing dust or a dust advisory over portions of Illinois. Wind advisory over portion of Minnesota, North and South Dakota. Got some winter weather advisory over a couple counties in Wyoming. and also flood watch in portions of a couple counties here in Montana and also northern Wyoming. Alright, the river flood warning still continues from portions of Illinois to portions of Arkansas, western Tennessee, through portions of Mississippi, Louisiana region as well. Flood advisories over a couple counties in northern Florida. Alright, small craft advisory, gale warning from Maine all the way down to the Wakefield area of Virginia. Then again from the area of Los Angeles all the way up to areas of Medford, Oregon. Hawaiian Chain Island looks good. Small craft advisory, gale warning, freezes spray warnings around the Alaska region. Small craft, special weather statements and a wind advisory for inland areas of Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. Here is your day 2 outlook, which is Tuesday. We got some general thunderstorms up here in portions of Montana, portion just northeast of Spokane, Washington. Then from Flagstaff, Arizona, all the way to Kansas City, Kansas. As far north as portions of northern Maine to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Dalton, Alabama to the Florida Keys, including Miami, Fort Myers, Tampa, Orlando, and Tallahassee and Dalton, Alabama regions. Marginal risk stretching from areas of Fort Stockton, Texas, far north of Chicago, Illinois. Also Burlington, New York. Burlington, Vermont, excuse me. Also over towards Scranton, Pennsylvania. We have an enhanced risk over Midland, Texas, over to Wichita, just south of Fort Steele. Then again from Columbus, Ohio, all the way up to Buffalo and Rochester areas of New York. Slight risk stretching from just northeast of Fort Stockton all the way up to Watertown, New York City, and Detroit, Michigan. Fort Wayne, you're included as well. Alright, the tornado probability looks like this. 2% up here from Watertown to Columbus, Ohio. And then from Springfield, Missouri to Fort Stockton. 5% from Midlands up toward Fort Steele and Wichita Falls area for a 5% risk of a tornado. Damaging winds look like this. 5% from Fort Stockton all the way up to Burlington, Vermont. And then from Watertown to Columbus, Ohio, 30%. Also, there could be some 15% for large hail in Midlands up to Fort Steele, Waco, and Abilene areas of Texas, and then 15% from that vicinity to Watertown, New York, and Detroit, Michigan. Alright, here's a look at the large hail probability. The large hail looks like most likely over Texas, stretching into portions of Oklahoma, portions of Arkansas. We have that 15 and 30% slashed areas there. And then we have from Cincinnati up to Rochester, 15%. Then from Burlington, Vermont to Fort Stockton, 5% risk for large hail. Alright, now let's move on to day number 3. Alright, it should be coming up here in a minute. Alright, got general thunderstorm from over here near Reno, Nevada. Far east is Virginia Beach, Virginia. All the way down to Dalton, Alabama. All the way up to Detroit, Michigan, and also Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Alright, from San Antonio to Austin, all the way up to Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Louisville, Kentucky, Kansas City, down toward Greenville and Little Rock areas. That's a marginal risk from Abilene to Waco to Dallas to Wichita Falls, up toward Norman, Oklahoma. 15% risk area. The probability looks like this, 5 and 15% respectively. Alright, let's move on to the rainfall totals across the lower 48 over the next 7 days. As you can see, we got the heaviest precipitation over here in portion of Missouri to Arkansas to portion of Oklahoma, Kansas to Texas, all the way into portions of the Ohio Valley up to Michigan, southeast Canada, also in the coastal waters of the Atlantic. Also back over here in portion of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, portion of California, Washington, Oregon State, southwestern portions of Canada. Lighter amounts, probably about 1/10 to maybe 1/4 of an inch in the green colored areas here. Darker green, look 1/4 of an inch. The lighter amounts is about 1/10 of an inch. Precipitation, clear amounts, no precipitation is expected to fall over the next 7 days in that general vicinity. Alright. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like these videos, share these videos, and make sure you subscribe. I'm only 3 away from 600. So hopefully somebody can help me out to get to that 600 subscriber mark. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you back in the next ones. Have a wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.